We're back. Hello. It's time for more trash.
Trash heroes.
Lane, you back?
We are good to go?
We're good to go.
Okay. So at the request of the chat, everybody, we're going to have a poll here in a moment regarding what Tromlin has been up to, which won't become relevant until next game. But let's go ahead and get that one going.
Please don't kill my fairy godson. I'm trusting you, chat. I'm trusting you.
What has Tromlin been up to?
Okay, just conferring with my Shadow DM, who is going to put up that poll. We'll probably still do the poll we were planning to, but we will save it for later. For now, we'll do this one instead.
Tromlin poll.
Okay. While we are waiting for the Shadow DM to get the poll set up, Alina, did you want to share the sketch card for the next?
It is not quite finished.
Okay, I thought it was. Sorry. I just saw earlier today we had Lady Toad and Yoshi raving about the previous one.
I can show off the previous one.
Did we show that last time?
Think we did, but just for anybody who's new, I can
sure
show you what kind of.
And the poll is live, everybody.
Oh, I should not look at the chat then.
Yeah.
Let me know before that goes live.
I mean, you probably can because you can't actually see the options unless you hit the drop down.
Yeah, true.
And I already said that the poll is about what Tromlin has been up to. So if you see the title of the poll, you're not going to learn anything new.
Oh, hang on a second. The fan art's not displaying. Let me.
A reminder that the poll is 10 minutes. Please feel free to vote multiple times if you want to put bits into it. Hey, Shadow DM, did you manage to get the setup for double votes for subscribers?
Nope, that's not it.
And I guess the subscribers who are listening to me now can attempt to determine that if you vote and see what happens.
We'll have
any of the subscribers voting, are you getting 2 votes or just 1? No double vote. Okay. I never heard back from my Shadow DM as to whether he got it working.
Well, can't show the fan art, but
no, we still can't. All right. Well,
it's going to take some fine tuning.
We'll have to try again for next. We'll have to try like a test stream just during the week sometime here where we can try this up. Go ahead and just switch back to the other OBS. Don't worry about the fan art. Okay. Okay. So while we're letting that poll count down, because it'll be a little while, let's get back into it.
Dun, dun, dun.
I just wanted to add. That where were we here? Too many tabs open. Where's my Dangalf notes? There it is. So one thing I want to kind of point out here, as you're conferring with Dangalf about the history of this cult and this stuff that's been going on with Otto's murder, which you get the impression this seems to, or at least Dangalf believes, that the murder seems to have been or coincided with this big planned transaction that the Merchants Guild was brokering.
Yeah.
Which almost makes you think it's not connected or not related to what's going on with Shaylin Tark.
Oh.
So,
Thing.
because clearly you've learned now that Shaylin has got the backing of these Night Slayers who want to conquer the North.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like if your goal is to conquer the North and put an army together and go and besiege some cities and so forth, murdering a random merchant seems kind of unnecessary, or at least, not relevant. So you're beginning to wonder if Otto's murder might not be particularly related or directly related.
It was definitely done by one of those knives, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was definitely done by the Raven cult.
Right.
But remember,
the Raven cult has many tentacles.
Yeah.
Right.
Also, the Raven cult isn't the Night Slayers.
Right.
Right. The Night Slayers are being, to some degree, controlled by the Raven cult.
And when
I think
we heard
I'm
about
trying to
Edric,
remember.
He was another merchant or somebody that was an enemy of Otto's.
All you know about Edric is that he is Otto's enemy. You asked the corpse of Otto Thriftwick who his enemy was, and he said Edric of Ravenfall. And that may not be the person who killed him, right? It's just someone that Otto would have known was his enemy.
For most characters, I take very detailed notes. For Ugna, I've sort of taken Ugna notes. So I have Edric, real bad guy. Real bad.
Real bad.
And I'm like, that does not help Alina right now. What?
So, and the last thing I want to sort of remind you guys of is your specific goal in this is just to stop the bandit fighting. Now, that may change as you learn more about the barbarians who want to conquer the North, or
yeah, we're kind of all in on stopping that.
And Otto's murder.
Out of character, Perny, as a student of history who loves history, feels like he has a chance to stop what would have been the Chagha Khan uprising from happening again in a different spot that's closer to home.
And he may very well be right.
And he feels kind of invested in that personally. And so that's definitely that's a shifting motivation for him. And he has lost sight of the scope of what's going on. So if anyone does need to pull him back or take him aside, that's a welcome conversation to have.
Feel free to do so.
Yeah. The other thing that I wanted to quickly check on, and we don't really actually know if Shaylin Tark is at the head of the Hillfolk army, or if the Hillfolk are just backing her, but they have their own whole thing. We don't really know which faction is manipulating which there, do we?
You have an inkling. It seems like Shaylin. So Shaylin Tark's, and you're now that you've got Shagrat and Dangalf in one place, you can kind of talk to both of them. No, Shagrat has told you that Shaylin's rise to power was very much tied to suddenly getting access to these magics and these soldiers.
Okay.
So very much Shaylin, sort of taking over the bandits, has been based on getting the Night Slayers behind her. And the Night Slayers that you've questioned seem to think that this is leading to them conquering the North.
Right.
Now, whether they're hiding that from Shaylin, you don't know. You have not yet actually encountered or talked to Shaylin, although that may very well be the next sort of order of business for you guys.
Yeah.
Now, do you have more specific questions for Dangalf?
Ugna was going to ask him, hey, did you ever catch that servant that, worked for Otto? Yeah. He was like a fairy or something.
Someone scared him very badly, but we don't know who.
Mystery. Hopefully that will never be solved.
He has been missing. We've been looking for him because we believe that he would know more about some of the circumstances surrounding young Thriftwick's death. but he has not been seen in town.
Huh. Because he was there when the murder happened and he didn't seem to know what was going on, but then he, like, took off. He was out of there.
That is toothbrush, I'm guessing.
Interesting. We will redouble our efforts to find him.
He was like magic, right? Some kind of fairy magic?
Yep. Yes.
Has
Interesting.
Edric come up in your investigations at all?
He has not, but we will now refocus our efforts.
And what do you know of Ravenfall's interest or investment in the conflicts with the bandits and whatever was going on with the Merchants Guild?
In my opinion, it would be for the Lady of Ravenfall. It is a bad thing for these squabbling bandits to be affecting trade on the road. Ravenfall does very much depend a great deal on trade from the south that comes by the Great Ring Road, and so the Shadow Coast is treacherous waters. The majority of trade is either overland or by airships through which of course are few and far between. So I would say it would very much be against the interests of the merchants of Ravenfall and the rulers of Ravenfall for these matters to be happening. Oh, I think I just heard that the poll is over. Excellent.
I can switch the chat back around.
Yep. Excellent, excellent. I kind of suspected that one might take it.
And
Excellent.
what do you, Dangalf, and you, Shagrat, know about the Night Slayers and the Hillfolk to the north, and who leads them, who speaks for them?
Well, Shagrat will come in as they've always been there. There's always been like the hill tribes. They kind of usually. I mean, they've always been. They're disorganized. Like they're traders who'll come into town. With the furs and stuff. I think actually Shaylin might have been one of them. I don't know, because she was come out of the wilds. But they've never been, like, it's weird for them to go, hey, we're gonna back somebody in their, bandit squad. It's usually like that tribe versus that tribe, and sometimes there's a marriage, and then it's one bigger tribe. And every once in a while, there's always been like a raid that comes down. Like that's why Stormhill's fortified. And Dangalf will cut in. He's like, yes, there have been raids as far south as Mudhollow. The Mudhollow's walls were built very much to defend against raids from the north. I agree with you that this does very much strike as similar to the rising of the Khan some century or so ago.
So I suppose my question for you, Dangalf, is, besides your counsel, which we very much appreciate, how can you support us in trying to stop this rising tide? And if you cannot help us, whose counsel would you say we should seek?
Well, I will certainly send word back to the Baron and to the King that there is a danger to the north, that they may prepare to defend against any sort of uprising. If it is power, as you suspect, of the cult of the Raven Queen that is giving them their this new impetus to band together, then my investigations into this murder are going to take me to Ravenfall, and perhaps you may also, if you wish to evade this disaster, assist me in that. But I will follow this lead you have given me, this Edric fellow, and determine what I can about those who have attempted this murder. May I keep this in my investigation? He holds up the dagger that you handed him.
I'm going to look to the group on this because I've been carrying it, but it's not my decision. If any of you really wanted to stab that into anything, this is your chance to speak up.
I already
really
got
nice of you.
daggers. I'm good.
Yeah. It's too
I
small.
would say that the capture of this red-eyed raven is also significant. It is possible that this Shaylin Tark person is herself or serves a warlock who's behind your difficulties, and it may not be the same who has created this murder weapon and killed young Thriftwick, but it may very well be the same warlock. And if we can capture the warlock's familiar, we have a link. I would definitely assist you if you are going to attempt to capture or destroy this Shaylin Tark person, to learn who the warlock that is fueling her with power is, or if indeed she is the warlock.
Are you
I
going to
would
stick around
certainly
for a few
assist you with
days?
magic.
Because
I would.
I'd like
must
to go
return.
capture that bird.
I must return and continue my investigation in Stormhill, but I can certainly remain in contact with you and can assist with magic. What are your plans?
I think we have yet to discuss those, but I will say that our friend Fetid here is a skilled ranger and might have insight on how we might capture the familiar. I know that it. Yeah. Perfect.
I got a net.
The big
Often
cat.
works for birds.
Ugna digs around in her backpack and she'll pull out this giant net, clearly meant for people, not for birds.
Yeah, that's perfect.
The holes are like this big.
Yeah, I got a net.
We'll
All
definitely
right,
hold
we're
that.
halfway
in store.
there.
So perhaps we'll look into the familiar. What would your recommendation for capturing it with magic be? A magic net?
Capture with magic is actually not a bad idea. And he reaches into his robes and rummages around.
Yeah, give us stuff.
Give us a magic item.
No, I don't want to see what you're gonna pull out.
He pulls out his
Reaching into
rod.
his sleeve. He reaches into his sleeve, so it'd be very weird if he pulled out something particularly.
No, you know what they say about wizards: dicks in weird places.
There you go.
Is what they say about wizards, for sure. He pulls out a crystal, and he says,
Your dick.
"This is my dick."
Knew it, wizard.
I am Dangalf, and Dangalf means crystal dick.
It's ancient Elven. It's archaic.
No. Oh no. No, he says this item is a form of a soul cage. If you destroy the familiar and you have this crystal at the time and hold it forth, the familiar, the spirit of the familiar, the mind that inhabits the creature, will be drawn into the crystal, and it will be trapped there. And you can then bring it to me for questioning.
Brilliant.
And he hands you the crystal.
Does it die just like a regular bird, or do you got to do something special to it?
Like a humane trap.
It would likely have it would be, I would imagine, harder to kill than a normal bird, but it can be killed.
I like this. I think we could kill a bird. I think.
I mean,
think we
we've
could
killed
do that.
other stuff.
I mean,
kill a
not
bird?
if it's the goose.
Really big shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's a
If it's a goose, maybe.
I had a lot of
Yeah,
heads.
that's true.
Maybe. It exploded into feathers. Who knows?
Can't possibly be any worse than that goose.
Yup. Horrible goose.
I would appreciate if you could contact me nightly if you happen
Yes.
to have any powers remaining before you sleep or slumber.
I was
so that we
going
can-
to suggest this. I was going to suggest that I could contact you each night before I use the last of my spells. I can use Ascending to you. I'll point out of character, actually, you can, if you want to, give up temporarily one of the names in your book and have him write his name in your book. And then you could
Ooh.
contact him as Ascending
But
as well.
Perny Net,
Also, would Dangalf sign that?
I don't know. You'd have to try and find out.
can I collect the signature now and decide later if I want to swap one of my 5 friendly contacts or whatever? Or would I have to decide upon signing? Okay, so I'll say.
Yeah, I think that sounds good to me.
Okay, well I'll say, would you consider signing my book as a keepsake? And perhaps
Oh,
a
like an
promise that
autograph.
we will
Because
stay
he's
in
famous.
You show him the book then?
touch. Yeah.
He looks at the book for a long time. He goes, and he looks up at you. And then he reaches into his robes and he pulls out a little pair of wire frames with like crystals, little glasses, and he puts them on and peers at you. Huh. I think not at this time,
I
young
understand.
man.
Burn.
But he's really
understand,
old.
and I take no offense.
I mean, no offense, Perny, but like,
Mm.
aren't you older than him?
Time
Oh.
will tell.
Yes. Yes, it will. Very well. I must go. Here.
We use all of our before bed texts for like, so what are you wearing?
He
Watching.
Yeah.
You up?
You up? You up?
Yeah.
Yeah, he reaches into his
Right.
other sleeve and pulls out a small, what looks kind of like a pearl. Like it's shiny and black, like a black pearl. But not like as like lustrous, like it's like more like just a really well polished black stone. And he gives it to you and says, you can only use this once, but if you crush this between your fingers, you will be able to contact me at need.
Okay.
Otherwise, I will speak to you once each day. Very well. I must get back to Stormhill and continue. I have a meeting to speak with Lord Boltree.
I would. What is your take on the Lord Boltree? How do you feel about him?
What do you mean?
I
In what
have,
way?
I have concerns that he may be a fine leader, he may govern well, but that he may be a cruel man harboring an agenda against someone who is very committed to our cause and to protecting all of the North. And I simply would feel more comfortable if our counsel was kept between us and not shared with him.
He has cooperated fully with my investigation. If I hear anything of this harboring of ill will, I will certainly take it into account. I will not betray any trust. But I must go.
Very well.
Farewell. And as he says that, he just like disappears with a crack and a bang.
Ah, what a show off.
Does a teleport.
Yeah.
Crack and Bang, also a great name for tag team wrestlers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dagrat like jumps away from the spot where he vanished and is like, Jesus Christ, wizards. What? or I don't know,
Right.
whatever the DNA, whatever the D&D equivalent of Jesus Christ is. Odin's beard.
Good.
How are we all feeling about that?
Well, I mean, I didn't understand half of it.
I think the grab bird plan is the reasonable course of action.
I like that one. Murder that
I
bird.
like
Mhm.
it.
Great trap.
Murder, like when the birds.
Oh.
Well,
And
I don't
then-
know what your plans are, but maybe you'll have your chance. My scouts came back. We were talking last night about where Tark might be. My scouts came back like an hour ago. And I told you there was a couple different camps where she might be hanging out. That one furthest up the road towards Ravenfall, that's the one. At least right now. And one of my scouts said he saw a bird circling around. I don't know if it's the one you're looking for, but
We'll
Has
just
a red
catch
eye.
birds until we find the right one.
Oh, did you
My-
find anybody who knew Shaylin or anybody like that?
oh yeah. I've got some people you can talk to over here.
Cool. I would still just want to know what we can about her. All right,
Okay.
let's go.
Anything
I don't know.
else I can help with? Or you want to talk to these people?
I think I suspect we're going to try to the bird is something of a spy for the warlock, and I think we may try and attempt to lure the bird out so that we can ambush it. And
Bird.
if our ambush goes poorly and we find ourselves ambushed ourselves, you may find that we return in a hurry. So perhaps best to keep the camp on alert.
So you're going to head out there today? Or tonight?
Possibly. I think we'll see what there is to see.
Just remember to be real careful about those mists.
Well, I mean, we gotta maybe let Tromlin know where we're going, or wait for him to come back, or something.
We can leave a note here if you want.
I'll send him a message.
Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna send Tromlin a sending saying, we are going to go catch a murder bird so that we can trap its soul, and then we'll
Find us.
know who the real killer is. Your Grand Funkle Perny.
Hey, so he sets you up to talk to these other, some of the older bandits, or at least like, not old, but like, the ones who've been bandits for at least a few years and knew Shaylin like from the beginning.
Right.
And were friendlier with her. A couple of them are pretty bitter about it. Like they're like, yeah, we worked together, we were like comrades, and she went all, I'm gonna take power, and like, they murdered like 3 of my friends, and these like wild freaks from the hills have come out and started attacking us, and yeah, they're pretty upset about the situation, about the fact that that Shaylin would have done this. But they can tell you what kind of stuff do you want to know? They can tell you quite a bit.
Did she date anyone in camp? If so, was she into dudes, ladies, both, neither? Plants?
Kobolds.
Kobolds?
I'm gonna say ladies,
all.
probably.
Oh.
Shaylin was more into the
I
ladies.
looked at Glorpa and I give her a little wink.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
She's a lady, right?
Wipe off the mud for a moment, but you can.
I think her gender might actually be fluid.
Yes. I see what you did
But
there.
It's like that fetid can't tell.
Yeah.
Like, I can't
mean-
smell your cloaca, so how do I know?
They all look the same to me.
Yeah.
I don't see gender. I mean, literally, I can't see it.
Yeah.
You can smell it.
Can't smell it.
Yep.
Was there anything that she, like, did she have a temper? Would she get real mad if you say insulted her mom,
No,
mad enough
she
to do
was
something
very
dumb.
cold and calculating,
Oh, I don't
Um,
like that.
but also kind of like she had a twisted honor. Like she wouldn't. She was very much against like um, going after kids, like any kind of like attack where there were troops like with children.
I mean,
We dress up
same.
as
She would-
children.
Wouldn't go after the clergy. Uh,
Child priests.
oh yeah, like she would definitely be against going after child priests. Ugh. I don't even want to think about that. She, you find out that she used to claim that she had noble parentage,
Huh.
that she was like a bastard of a noble family.
Did she say
Um,
which one?
No, she did not.
Okay, because I'm looking at Perny.
Yeah.
Oh.
Another one.
Good old cousin Shaylin.
We could do a what's my ritual that lets me talk to people with answers? Contact other plane. We could try contacting other plane to find out
To get some
some knowledge on
knowledge.
where which family.
Ooh.
I've got friends in
Low places?
Places. Friends in non-Euclidean places.
Yes.
Planes.
So we could try a little bit of that. Does anyone remember how her like mannerisms or her like what she talked about changed as she was like radicalizing, or like was there anyone that she confided in about?
People will say she got less friendly. Like you were asking if she, dated anyone. And yeah, for sure. Probably nobody who's still around camp these days, but they'll like describe, there was this one, server at the inn in Stormhill that she had a thing with, that every time she went back into town, her
They'd
name
hook
was,
up.
it was like the server named Rosie. She would get together with her regularly, but like that was like earlier on when she was like more friendly.
Hmm.
And,
Shaylin
like,
hot? Just generally? She kind of hot?
Good question.
I mean, from the descriptions, it sounds like it. She's like very, very athletic and like acrobatic and
Sports goth.
Sports goth.
Oh, right, the goth part.
Yeah.
rangery,
So, yes.
sporty ranger goth.
Hot.
Right on.
All right.
40 Ranger Goth. Perfect. Thank you.
Does there seem to be a type from the people that they recall her like dating? Does she have like a type? We know who she won't kill. Do we know who she's like attracted to?
I think there's you probably only get a couple, so you're not really sure. You would need a larger pattern.
Yeah.
Okay.
But specifically, they'll talk about Rosie at the end. Until Rosie went away, Rosie like moved down south because they had sick family or something like that. Until Rosie left, they definitely had a thing.
Shucks.
We just need to get her together with Rosie again.
Yeah, and then she'll
Everything will be solved.
be less mopey and gothy.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Also, it's sounding like the whole let's seduce her thing is probably not gonna work because she's all like, I am obsessed with cult stuff. Ooh.
Maybe if we rolled really well.
Can we get them to describe what Rosie looks like?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ooh,
I mean,
have
almost
some
everyone in the
disguised
Rosie
self.
was. Remember, there's only one inn
Yeah, true.
in Stormhill, so like probably like a significant percentage of the camp knew Rosie. Had gone to the inn and had been served. So I would say you can get quite a good description of Rosie. In fact, don't some of you have like? I'm trying to remember if you guys have like
stuff?
abilities to like get like an image from someone's memory or something.
I have detect
That's
thoughts.
cool.
Yeah, that's the spell I was
yeah.
thinking of.
They just
Detect
mine their
thoughts.
brain for Rosie.
Yeah. Can I find a willing participant willing to let me get a glimpse at a memory of Rosie?
Yeah, or just I just let that go.
Okay.
Willing or not, you can sort of like pull an image,
All right.
pull out an image,
Cool.
and then if you would like, you can prestidigitate the sort of a little minor illusion, and just show that image to the others.
Yeah.
And you
I'll
just
do
all
that.
kind of.
And I'll do my best, like in my scrapbook drawing of it, so that I can show Tromlund later.
Sure.
Because if anyone is going to be disguising themselves,
It's Tromlund.
It's Tromlund.
To seduce
Right.
somebody, Tromlund.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a few options. Well,
Finally.
first of all, keep in mind that the disguise self is an illusion spell,
Mhm.
and tactile interaction with an illusion.
Yeah,
Don't
but
work
great.
all we need to do is get them like alone in a room. We don't need to get
Yeah,
into
or
the
even
business.
just get one of them into the camp where it's like, I came back
Yeah.
because I missed you. Let me in. And then
Mhm.
suddenly we have an agent inside the camp.
Yeah.
I was just saying that because there are ways to shapeshift more
Oh, permanently.
convincingly
Mhm.
than to do it with a disguise spell, right? So, for example, a polymorph spell.
Mhm.
Yeah. Or we just put Fetid in a wig.
Yeah, that
Also,
would be-
That's it. I think
a
that's
mean-
plausible strategy. I'd roll with it.
That's a
Rosie, you
joke.
found so many
but-
hats since last time I saw you.
Mhm. What is a wig if not a floppy hat?
I mean, that's a hilarious joke, but also disguise kit and using like physical disguise would actually be better than a disguise spell for tactile. But obviously, polymorph would be like you can actually turn into that person.
I didn't realize the polymorph. I just assumed it was only for animals. For polymorph for.
No, it just
Glorify.
says you
Wild.
a new form.
Mm.
Polymorph me
Ooh.
into a shrub.
Just
A
go
hot
fuck
shrub.
yourself, Glorify. All right.
Yes, you could literally polymorph someone into a shrub.
A shrubbery.
Cool.
A
That's really good to
shrubbery.
know.
Shrubbery?
Well, I feel like I want to save, like, I think Rosie is our like ace in the hole if we need to pull something
Should
off.
we
but
go
I think
bird
we can
catching?
I think we can go bird catching without
Let's go
having
bird
to use
catching.
our Rosie card.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
My-
we'll wait for
well, I
Tromlund
mean-
to catch up.
For either way, you've got to go to that camp. So
Let's go
True.
traveling.
Yeah. If as the morning has gone on and we've gotten into the afternoon, has the sun burned off the mist yet, or are we still
by
looking
the
at
time you're done talking to all these people and it's getting like to noon, it actually does. It like you hear a lot of people talking about how unusual it is that the mists have been really persisting, and they're like a lot of people have been like hammering up like sprigs of greenery around the fence and like doing other like you actually see someone like taking like a box of salt and just kind of like sprinkling around the perimeter of the camp. And they're just sort of generally being like, I think the fairies are pissed off about something and we should be careful. But by about like 1 or 2 o'clock, it actually does start to burn off and lift, and people start kind of sighing in relief and going, okay, whew, good. To the extent that by mid-afternoon, if you guys are talking about going out, there will be volunteers willing to, there are scouts who are like, yeah, okay, we're willing to take you that far.
Cool.
Yeah. And do I know if Warlock familiars, does detect magic detect them?
Yes.
Cool. Okay.
Yes.
Oh.
They
I
are magical
forgot.
creatures.
Literally until now, episode 9, 10,
You
wherever
can
we're at.
detect magic.
I can detect magic at will. I
Yes.
didn't see it on my spell list, and I'm like, I can't believe I didn't take it. Oh well, sometime I'll fix that.
You,
And it's 'cause
you
I can do it at
probably
will.
You can just do it.
you might have
Mhm.
maybe just missed the fact that I have frequently given you information about whether something is magical because I just assumed you were using it.
I thought I was Arcana-ing,
Yeah.
and that was how I was doing that. But
I was
turns
like,
out
what was it? There was something just a little while ago, like today, that
the coin.
you looked at, and I said it was
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
the coin,
yeah.
and I was like, no, it's not magic. That was me telling you that your detect magic doesn't detect magic.
Well, I want to. Perny's strategy, and we'll do it in character, is thinking like, I think if we can get close enough, I can perform a big, ostentatious, fake ritual, because as we know, I don't know any magic, and something that will very much catch the curiosity of the familiar or the warlock or whoever's been following us. And I think that if you can all be ready to strike when it appears, we have a chance to kill it, and I'll carry the stone to capture it. And if I detect it somewhere soon, I will try to direct your attention to it.
We should probably be
Do
pretty
you have to
hidey, right? Like, maybe Fetid, you want to like do your thing?
Yeah, absolutely. I can do that.
Yeah. Do you think
Dagrad
we have
is
to
like-
capture it while it's still alive?
I
The
think-
soul capture thing?
I think that if we kill it, the soul capture will stop its spirit from escaping the area.
We should have gotten the manual on this damn thing. Damn it. And go.
Shagrat is standing there and is like, not magic. What? I thought you were some kind of frickin' wizard.
Wink. That's all I'm gonna say to
He
clarify.
looks like
that.
really confused and turns to the rest of you like, what the hell does that mean?
Just,
I was probably
just
gonna
roll
go,
with it.
magic
Wink at
stuff
him, too.
happens around him sometimes.
We all just roll with it. Don't worry about it.
Sometimes the greatest magic of all is coincidence.
Also, he
Okay,
goes fishing.
Let's go kill a bird.
With your fishing
you
rod.
need this is you're going out to the camp, but you're pretty sure you're not going to get like spotted or anything.
Nah, I'm
Like
good at
I'm asking if
hiding
this is
people.
like it. Am I supposed to like get all my forces together or something?
Oh, just know that we might return in a hurry with company.
Okay,
There's a chance.
so this is
Yeah, I
just you
don't-
guys.
There's like 28
My
of them. I don't think we
scouts will
should
go
try
with
and
you, but
fight
that's
them.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't,
Let's just
probably
run
not.
away.
We're still looking to avoid a war, not to
Mhm.
fight.
All right.
I don't like our odds if we have to.
Just quickly for the chat and for you guys to not be in the chat, we're gonna do the poll that we were gonna do second. We're gonna do that poll now.
3
Yeah.
polls.
And it's going to, yes, we're going to have 3 polls today. This poll
Ooh.
will probably not come up this game, but it will be very relevant, as all of you in the chat will see right away. So go ahead and start up the poll, Shadow DM, and we'll just carry on. The rest of us. While that poll is running, once again, we won't have double votes, I'm afraid, for...
Yeah, we couldn't get that working.
Yeah, but we were going to definitely try and fix that for next game. We are going to figure this out. Okay, excellent. All right, the poll is running. So, in the meantime, jumping back over here. So yeah, you guys gather your stuff together. You can leave some things behind if you want. Like you've got a camp set up, and Tromlin's stuff is here, of course. The 2 scouts from the camp, bandit scouts, will come and sort of just lead you, just like show you the way. But of course, having Fetid with you means that you travel quite rapidly overland, more or less due north and a little bit west. I think I took down those things on the map, so don't worry about switching to the map. But it was the furthest west of all of the camps, north of the road, just on the edge of where it went off into the denser hills. And so the rest of your day and into the night, you travel overland, and by, before midnight, you reach the area where this camp is, and you find yourselves on a hillside, looking over this camp. This encampment is on the side of a rocky cliff face. There's some taller hills that are kind of broken. There's not a lot of tree cover here, but there's a lot of cracked and broken rock. And this camp is set up in the crevice, and rocks have been stacked to make a bit of a crude wall with one opening leading down into the ravine. The camp slopes of the rock face above the camp. You can actually see fires of a couple of scouts and lookouts that can see a good wide sweep of the land about from this particular camp. And you can see the fires down amongst the rocks within the crags of the bandits and their barbarian allies. It is dark, and you do not see any sign of the bird circling above, but it's nighttime and it's a raven, so that's not super surprising. Although, you know what, I will get perception checks at this point from everyone. This is probably a good time to establish some specifics of what you see.
5.
Oh God, I see nothing.
Yep, it's dark.
You see the insides of your own eyelids.
It's a 15.
15, and I can see in darkness.
Nice.
7.
I'm sure we're all passive at trace,
9.
right? So we're all like super stealthy, but also completely oblivious.
Reminder to the chat: the poll is up, folks. I only got 1 vote so far. I think we've got a lot of people sort of watching this in the background. 2 votes. This is a big one for establishing some stuff down the road here. So please do vote. This was going to be our second poll. I just postponed it because people were asking for us to decide what Tromlin was doing. Keep those votes coming.
Do we have a way to bait this bird? Or are we just hoping that we're going to come across it?
Well, the ritual Perny was saying might be bait.
Yeah, I was going to try to do a fake ritual and see if that attracts the notice.
If you're doing like some weird magic.
Thank you.
Yeah, if it's something that's not going to be like bright and attract scouts, but like it's magic enough to attract like a raven detecting magic or something, a wizard, then maybe we'll get like the curious raven coming by.
Perny actually has the detect magic, so with your perception roll, and your various sensory augmentations, I will say you do in fact spot the raven. It is not, however, circling in the air. You see it down in the camp, like perched on like a pole or something, just within the camp itself.
I also wonder if we were to lure the raven out using another raven, perhaps with Fetid, your ability to charm animals, or Glorpa, your ability to take shape, you could behave strangely or oddly, perhaps pretending to be a messenger from the Raven Queen, and then try to lure the raven out. We might have a shot.
Yeah, that might work.
Should I do it since... I don't know, do you have control over the animal once you're in it, Jeff? Or Fetid?
I do.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
but if you'd like me to be a raven, I can be a raven.
Yeah, Fetid's is more limited because like he can just direct. It's still the actual raven. It's just Fetid's in its brain, sort of directing which way it goes. But like it wouldn't like attack or it's a limited things that it can do. Whereas if you're in your beast form, you got full access to do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right if it's magical and can detect
turn
magic,
into a raven?
Yeah, it'll go, oh, this is a person who is a raven.
Both would detect magic.
Which is probably still something that to be interested in.
Yeah.
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 All
also,
right.
I would like to help by trying to find a good spot to ambush a bird. Like, somewhere where there's relatively good cover from the camp, but also maybe like some
Let's see how good you are at this. This would be a survival roll.
Ooh, this is gonna.
I want to help with this.
This
then.
is gonna suck. Oh, that's a 10. I did a 10.
You rolled a 10 and you have a 0.
Yep.
So you're like, you start looking around like, trapping a bird.
I got a 23.
Birds like trees. So you basically just like, this is a tree, birds like trees. This is the perfect spot.
This is a good spot for this.
I rolled a 23 on mine, so.
Yeah, and then Fetid is like, no, you need a place
Not
where
that
we
tree, this tree.
We need cover. We need to be able to like,
this cool
not
tree.
be seen. You don't want it to have like a tree next to it, so if we throw a net, it gets tangled in the tree. This is a bad idea.
Ugna's just like trying to hide behind this tree with a net, and you're like, no, come here.
It's not
That
how you
Ugna is like
bird.
standing behind like a sapling holding a net.
Like, I don't have a lot of experience catching magical demon birds, but I know that won't work for regular birds. So.
Oh, okay.
So then, wherever Fetid sets up Ugna, I will set up like a ritual circle, so that like Ugna could like jump out and
Cool.
smack the bird with a hammer, or throw the net, whatever. And and how big are the holes in the net? Is this net going to be in any way useful for catching a bird?
Ugna's
Or just funny.
This is like a
not useful for
human-sized
catching 'em.
net.
This is the gladiator net for tangling up fighting
Humans.
people.
Well, I might at some point say, I think you might have more success catching the bird with the blunt end of your weapon rather than a net with holes that are
Oh.
bigger than the bird.
Right, we gotta kill it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Maybe I should get some
So-
rocks. If I get like a rock,
Oh, that would be good too.
Could be good.
Give it a good
There's also you have various spell options. I think Glorpa has Entangle, for example.
Mhm.
Yeah, definitely.
You make the plants grab it.
Yes, I was thinking about that.
I'm going to grab
think
a
that's
small pile of Ugna throwing stones, by which I mean smallish boulders. Just hand
What
size.
does that
She's
throw-
symboling
her.
it.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is it that you're going to do to try and draw the bird out then? Were you going to do the ritual thing, or are you going to send someone in as a bird? What's the plan?
I think so. My thinking is that if Perny's doing something suspicious in the woods, seemingly on his own, that would be of interest to a warlock or a warlock's familiar, and one of you goes to get the bird's attention as another raven, and then like flies off this way, then maybe we get the familiar on its own, and then everyone just ganks the
Moiters it.
bird.
Yeah,
Mhm.
That's my.
I'm game to immediately raven myself up.
Seems reasonable.
All right.
A weird, gloopy
Now,
raven.
I'm curious, what
Glaven
does
is
Copernicus have for
engaged.
an option here that wouldn't just attract the attention of the entire camp?
Well, I mean, like, I figure that if it's nighttime and it's the dark and I'm not within eye line of the camp, then chances are the only signal I'll be giving off is like a magical one. Not so much sound. Like, I'll make a little bit of sound, but I don't plan to like be screaming in the
Oh,
dark.
so you just want to like make it do a magical spell that would detect magic?
Yeah, like I'm gonna. Yeah, so maybe what I'm just gonna. It's actually the ritual for Phantom Steed. I'll work on that one, but I'm gonna make it a little louder than usual, and like just the visuals of it, I want it to look really mysterious and like.
Didn't you want to contact other plane? You could do that one.
I was thinking about that, but if I
Ooh.
fail the intelligence saving throw and go mad in the middle of our ambush plan, it would
Yeah, that
probably.
would probably be.
Especially if you're the one
would
with
be on
the
brand,
capture soul.
Yeah, it'd be very
Soulstone.
important. Until Tromlin gets back to be my responsible adult, I'm gonna try and let the voice in the back of my brain that's like, "Don't do that. Stand up for him."
That's no fun.
But
For you.
chasing a demon
Yeah.
bird atop my Phantom Steed, if it tries to escape, as like a backup plan, that would be fun. That's also on brand,
And-
so that's my backup
I'll
plan.
look it up. Does the Phantom Steed actually fly?
I think it flies.
Yeah, it
So
does,
it
and
could probably
fast, too.
attack that bird.
I know
Yeah.
it can move
Awesome.
fast, but I didn't know if it could actually fly.
I'm pretty sure it has like a 50-foot fly speed.
Wow.
No, it does not fly.
Oh.
It has 100-foot normal speed.
Holy
Oh,
crap.
I thought it could
Oh,
fly.
jeez.
It uses the statistics for a riding horse, except it has a speed of 100 feet.
Could you cast fly on it?
Oh wow. Yeah. Okay, I could do that
Yes,
too.
you could. Yes, you could.
All right. For some reason, I thought I could fly.
Oh, you
okay.
can ride it.
I yeah, but I'll start working on that because yeah, having a flying demon horse or a demon horse I could make to fly.
It's pretty
would
good.
be
Yep.
Solid. Chase it down plan.
Okay, so you cast the spell. I am going to roll to determine if there is any sort of note that is taken, and there is not.
All right, we're gonna have
So
to
you go up in the woods. You're trying to stay hidden, obviously. And I'm assuming, by the way, Fetid cast the pass without trace, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
that's one of the upper level
Alright.
slots gone, so that you guys are staying well hidden. So you're deliberately trying to stay hidden from like the people in the camp, and just do the spell. So you do the spell. Nothing seems to occur.
I think we'll
excellent. Our poll is done.
Oh, cool.
I think we'll need to send our Raven in to get the Raven's attention.
Glaven it is. May I ask what you guys know about ravens and what you can? Do you guys know anything about birds and ravens? Do I know anything about birds and ravens? What would get?
I mean,
a
you
raven's
have
attention?
you have a really good nature.
Primal or? Okay, true. Think we're going for primal, or do you think that should be like, looking like a special kind of, also magic raven?
Well, you will detect as magic to detect magic because you are under a spell.
Wait. Oh, right. Oh, gotcha. That was
Like,
easy.
ooh, a
Okay.
magic
I rolled
raven.
You will just be a magic
I rolled
raven.
20 for nature.
Do you
another
want
wasted one, I'm sure.
Yeah, wasted 20. I'm gonna put it on my list. Do you want to specialize your raven form, because you do have, if you'll recall, in your alchemy satchel, the ability to throw ingredients together to get funky effects.
Ooh.
Whoa,
So,
what would I look
example,
under for that?
You can so on the second page of your character sheet, you have a list of recipes that you know.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So, for example, you can make a starlight juice to make yourself glow.
Ooh, a glowing raven.
So you could be a glowing raven.
Yeah.
Or if you wanted something specific that's not on that list, you can experiment with ingredients and make an alchemy roll thanks to your alchemy feat, and attempt to create some other kind of funky effect as you choose.
Can I make my eyes glow like green?
Yeah.
I don't know. Would that be?
You could. I would say you
could
just do that with the one you know.
Interest a red-eyed raven. I feel like.
Like traffic lights, red versus green. They're the opposites.
Yeah. There we go. I'm reading all these real quick. Hold on. This is cool. Love potion. Oh, I'm doing love potion, baby. I have 2 vials.
You want to do the love potion now, or you
this sexy raven?
That's really all I'm looking for.
A mysteriously sexy bird.
I have alluring filtra?
Probably a trap, but I just can't resist that bird.
That just gives you a charisma bonus.
This incredibly charismatic bird.
Magical grease? Won't even need it.
What? Whoa, hey.
Makes an area slippery, but I can do that on my own.
Woo!
Say it makes a larger than normal area.
This is just Glorpa's sex kit.
God, thank you, Lane. You really picked some. You know me. Thank you.
Yep.
I didn't read this shit. I'm sorry. This is great. Okay, I'm just gonna make myself glow because that's cool as shit. Common ingredients: starlight juice.
So Glorpa goes into the alchemist, the little satchel that Glorpa always wears, and starts tinkering around and brings out little bottles and stuff and mixes a couple things together and then drinks it, and then transforms into a glowing raven.
Ooh.
Yeah. All right. Is green eyes is cool?
Clapping.
I'm like, oh, that's real good magic. That's great.
All right.
Oh my god, she's a witch. Yeah, the scout who came with you is like, she's a witch. Bolts.
I mean,
And I just look at him because I'm like, yeah?
Oh, I forgot we had a scout with us.
Please.
Literally the witch from the swamp.
He goes, oh no, a witch, and he runs away.
Who would have guessed? Bernie's the only person who knows where the magical raven we're after is. So can I ask you, Mr. Perney, where should I go to? There? Okay. All right. Oh, you're muted, I think.
Oh, yeah.
I was eating a very crunchy apple, and yeah, I'm gonna point like down there.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
And then I'm gonna step up my obvious ritual game, and like maybe what I'll do is like when I don't know what if there's supposed to be a verbal component, but if not, I'll be like, maybe I'll even say like, oh, Raven Queen, show me how to kill this heretic subcult of yours with your great power. Now that you see how they misuse it, I'm gonna
Sorry, what are you doing?
So the like vocal part of the ritual, even if there isn't supposed to be one.
Sorry,
I'm casting the Phantom Steed thing, but I'm like.
I thought you were switching to the contact other plane and like trying to reach the Raven Queen. I was like, what?
I'm pretend contacting other plane.
Okay.
And as though I'm tattling.
You just get a
on
glowing
this
horse.
To the Raven Queen. Yeah, but it's just gonna be a glowing horse.
So Glorpa, you can fly down over this. You fly down.
I fly on down.
So are you just glowing the whole time? I'm assuming you're not trying to draw attention to yourself until you're there. Like you don't want some random like archer to be like, "Wow, glowing Raven."
Right. Yeah. Can I turn the light on and off?
You can control it. Yeah.
Oh, cool. All right. I fly on down. Is it easy enough to find this Raven? Do you allow me to just find it?
Make me a perception check.
Yeah, sure.
Because you don't have the benefit of the detect magic that's going.
Yeah, right. Ooh. Said perception, right?
Could cast detect magic. I think you actually have that spell.
Oh, there it is. Oh, do I?
Yeah, it's not on the list of standard memorized though, so.
Ah, okay.
That's fine.
Well, I only rolled a 11 for perception.
So you fly down into the camp.
Yeah,
you fly down into the camp and you go looking for.
Brain tell me.
Yeah, I guess Perny, you're looking and watching, and you can see them both because now you have seen two.
Go left.
Yeah.
The two detected magic, right? Because they're both magical ravens.
Yeah.
And so you see Glorpa Raven or Glaven fly out there and like veer off to the wrong part of the camp. Oh, you're muted.
This damn crunchy apple. Maybe a little to the right, a little more.
You're that in your head. Sure. Yeah, you can guide Glorpa. All right, so you fly over and you see this raven perched on a post, kind of preening itself.
Caw.
It looks at you with its red eyes.
Yeah.
And it goes.
I look back at it with my green eyes.
And it goes. Wow. Okay. It's speaking out loud.
Yeah.
In common, you can understand it.
Oh, nice. I get that a lot. I reply. How much do you like WoW? You like a WoW?
Who might you be?
I turn around and make only my cloaca glow directly at it. Do I have control over that? Can I control just that?
Yep, sure.
All right.
The light from within.
I just glow at once, turn around, and wink at him.
Just like a firefly.
Oh man.
There's a Cult of the Raven Queef joke here, and I don't know how to get to it, but I will acknowledge it.
This is the game I was expecting. So yeah, I'm trying to decide what the hell this poor familiar is going to make of this.
That chick's got a glowing ass.
It goes.
Are you okay?
Who are you?
Should be the response. Wouldn't you like to find out? You can only find out if you follow me. Slow wink to the other eye. And I just turn around and start flying towards my friends. The cloaca is still glowing in case it needs to follow me a little easier.
Like landing
I would
lights.
like you to roll.
Oh, shit.
Oh, what is the appropriate roll here? Oh, you're not going to be good at any of these.
Seduce with a bird ass.
It doesn't matter. I was trying to decide if it was persuasion or deception, but either one of them is a -1. So go ahead and make a roll.
Okay,
I'm going to roll insight for the raven, and we'll see.
12 then.
That's after you roll a 13 -1.
That's after the minus,
I
yeah.
would throw some inspiration at that.
Does anyone want to try and make this?
I don't think I have any left.
I still have one,
right?
Glorpa's got 2.
Do I?
Oh,
All right.
shit.
Ugna also has
Can
2.
I use that?
Glorpa, yeah, you can spin one to re-roll. Go for it.
Yeah, alright. Mwah.
Where's Glorpa?
No, I only rolled a 14.
Oh.
So only 13.
I would. You know
Familiar.
what? Why don't you keep that inspiration? Well, no, you spent the inspiration. You take it off.
I
But
spent
I
it.
was gonna
That's my
say,
deal.
I would accept a hero point to
Ooh.
successfully deceive this raven creature
With
into
your
following you.
glowing butt.
Mhm.
How uncurious is
Successfully
this raven?
intrigue this. Well, of course, the point is
Yes,
it's not a
I will
raven.
absolutely use. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I will definitely use that. Thanks.
1 hero
All right.
point spent
So hero point spent.
Take
So
it.
Glorpa,
for glowing ass.
goes down and tries to seduce
Trying
this
to-
raven, but this, of course, is not really a raven. And instead, it's like clearly like who's familiar are you? What's going on here? But you've managed, because of your heroic effort to confuse the shit out of this raven. It's decided this must be a test or something, and it needs to like go check in with another warlock, and it is going to fly after you. So you successfully lead the raven back to your friends. So it flies after you.
All right. As I get closer, I start like my whole being, not just the butt anymore, starts to glow a little bit and starts glowing a little faster, as if I'm like a bomb about to like click up, just so that everybody else who's not detecting magic can see that I'm coming. And swoop right through everybody.
I need a stealth roll from everybody else.
Yup.
And I will not roll for the scouts because you scared them off.
Wow.
With your witchcraft.
Yeah.
With the plus 10
Don't
from,
forget, everybody, add the 10 from Fetid, yes.
Yeah.
And
I'm
I will
trying-
roll
I-
perception
I'm trying to
from
be
the
honest.
raven.
So
I
25
just rolled a
from
1,
Ugna.
so I need to spend another inspiration point to reroll that.
Oh, sorry. Even 30 for Ugna. I forgot my plus 5 stealth.
30 for Ugna.
Yeah.
Jeff is spending an inspiration.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I can't
so you
possibly
can take
roll
that
any
off of
worse.
Fetid.
Actually, seeing how
Oh
the
yeah, that's much better.
production went well, and I don't really need to be doing a ritual to like.
Yeah,
get
you can
attention.
break it. You can just
Okay.
quit the ritual when it starts to come your way. You were the one person who could kind of see that exchange happen,
Yeah.
because they're both glowing to you as like clear sense magic. So you were watching the whole thing. So you can drop your ritual and just stay hidden.
Yeah.
Roll
So then-
your stealth.
Yeah, between my one with shadows and the pass without trace, I rolled a 4, but that makes for 24.
Sounds good. Okay.
27.
This is good. This is good. 27?
Yeah.
This is good because the familiar has advantage on this roll.
Ooh.
My high roll is an 18, but I don't have enough perception to get past Copernicus. What did you get on your reroll, Jeff?
30.
Sweet. So 30 for Ugna, 30 for Fetid,
Nice.
and 27 for Copernicus. Everybody is like well hidden in the woods and shadows here on the
Good thing we
hillside.
got rid of those scouts. If anything, they would have dragged us down.
Mhm.
All right.
True.
Oh man, I'm just a lot less inspiration going on there. On that.
That board's
on that
getting a
sheet.
little bare.
Oh, I just saw somebody put in another cheer,
Yay.
because they all realize you
bless
guys
you.
are running. You guys are running out. You're running low.
Cheer for the
Glowing
glowing
cloak.
cloaca.
Yay! Everyone cheer for Glorpa's glowing.
Glowacre, even. Just call me
Good.
Glowacre.
Oh,
Glowacre.
God.
Yeah, that's your new
Glowacre.
name.
Oh
Chloe.
god.
Oh no. Oh no. Okay, so you are all very well hidden, and this demonic familiar comes flying over. Glorpa, you just fly through everybody or past everybody and keep him following you?
Yeah.
Or are you landing or
through.
something?
I would yell something, but I know that's a bad idea, so I'm just gonna slip through and hope that they see that we're slipping right through between them.
So I think
Or
I'm
continuing.
gonna write like attack to everyone on PerniNet, except Tromlin, just in case that confuses him.
Yep.
At the exact same time, when it's like kind of in the middle of our. Actually, maybe when it's on the far side, so that it has to cross back through us. No, actually, when it's in the middle of all of us, I'll write like attack. And if I'm worried that it's not going to be visible, I might try and like tag it with something to make
Hit
it
it with-
shine.
Do you have like
It's got red eyes, right?
fairy fire? Dancing lights.
Oh, the hype train is happening again, everybody.
What? Hype train?
What?
I feel like the hype
Oh,
train maybe comes
weird.
up randomly based on people doing some cheering anyway. I think
I
if
have
you
no
start
idea.
if a bit of cheering happens, it like drives the hype
It's
train.
like
I don't know.
hype.
Whatever. In any case, just so people know, it says 2.5 minutes for me. So if you're listening and you
Cool.
want to hype it up, you have a chance to do so. Whatever that means.
I don't know. We're very good at
Okay.
Twitch.
So, in the meantime, I think it's an initiative roll is the appropriate thing to do. So I would like everyone to roll initiative.
17.
Well,
17 as well. Do we
Also
reroll?
17.
Nice. Who has a
it'll
higher dex?
go-
I've
yeah, it
got
goes to
high
whoever
2
has
plus
the-
2 dex.
Glorpa also has no. Glorpa has a +3 dex.
Oh, it's Glorpa first
I
then.
do.
So Glorpa
Here,
then,
I got a 23.
and that will definitely put Fetid first. And what about Copernicus?
I got a 6.
All right. Okay, and the Raven thing has a 14. All right. So first of all, Fetid, you
Yes.
hear Copernicus's creaky, dusty voice in your head. Attack!
All right. I'm gonna mark this stupid bird.
Yep. Bonus action
And-
to do the mark.
I am gonna start shooting arrows at it.
Excellent.
Great. You can take 2 shots because you have 2
Arrow number
attacks.
17 plus 8 is 25.
Hey.
6. Yes.
That will hit.
Sick.
Roll your
What do I-
damage.
Oh,
please.
a 1. 6 damage.
Okay, that's some.
Yep. Arrow number 2. 15 and 8 is 23.
Will also hit.
Nice.
And that is another 7 damage.
Okay. Ow. Now Glorpa, actually, I'm going to say on this attack, Glorpa is busy leading it into position, so I'll take that one. So we'll move on to Ugna. Oh, wait a second. I am wrong. We move on to it. I rolled a 14, but it has a freaking bonus.
Oh, okay.
I just put its raw roll in, but it's going to have a dex bonus on initiative, so it's got above a 17.
Gotcha.
Does not get above a 23, so Fetid was first. Okay, so as it's flying along, 2 arrows like thunk into its body. It shrieks a piercing shriek, not a normal bird noise, but rather an otherworldly demonic noise. And it transforms from a black raven to a dark red imp, a little tiny horned thing with bat wings and talons and a long forked tail. And it's just frothing and hissing in anger. And
Ugna's
it
internal
is...
dialogue is like, oh, I felt bad about hitting a bird, but this I could fight.
Yep.
does not seem to be particularly bothered by the arrows that have hit it either, by the way. I mean, it's angry, but it does not appear to be particularly impeded.
Oh, you're muted.
It's me?
No.
Do we think
No.
that it has a lot of
Crunchy
HP?
apples.
Oh, it was the crunchy apple.
Crunchy apple over here. Do we think it has a lot of HP, and so this is a small amount of damage, or do we think that it reduces the damage? Do we have a sense of that?
I would give you that for free. This looks like some damage resistance.
Okay.
You're familiar enough with like honestly, yeah, you've probably had a lot to do with a lot of imps over time. You know that non-magical, non-silver kind of attacks don't hurt them.
Okay. One of us got some kind of +1 weapon, right? At some point.
Yes, some of you have magical weapons.
I mean, I just normally have a +1 weapon.
Yep.
Oh, sweet.
Although your weapon is not magical. It's
No, it's
a
true. It's just a +1.
yeah, it's a dwarven make bonus. But magical spells are very much magical. And I'm just double checking. Yeah, it in Fury, it doesn't know about the rest of you. In Fury, it flies at Fetid, who has struck it, and its forked tail comes like forward between its legs like a scorpion's, and it snarls and attempts to sting you with its little scorpion tail. What is your armor class, sir? Let's try and roll
17.
that so it lands in the box. Sorry?
17.
17. Okay. Total of 18. This will hit.
Right.
Just barely hit. It does 1d4 plus 3 piercing damage, so that's 6 damage. But it also does 3d6 poison damage.
Ow.
Oh god,
Ooh.
that's a lot.
Ow.
That's the kicker.
You get a saving throw
Hmm.
versus poison.
Okay.
Do you have like a... You don't have a resistance to poison, just you can eat anything, I think.
Yeah, I can eat anything. That's about it.
Hmm.
They should distinguish
go ahead.
between poison and venom.
Yeah, so go ahead and make it... Yeah, exactly. Go ahead and make a save. Constitution
roll.
save.
14 plus my constitution monitor, so
Yep.
15.
That will succeed.
Nice.
Which is very good, because I rolled ridiculously well. I rolled 16
boy.
on 3d6, but
Oh,
you only take
God.
half.
Okay, so
You
another
only
8.
you take 8 damage from the poison.
Okay. Ow!
Hmm.
And it is now like on top of you, which means you can't shoot it with your bow anymore.
Oh.
Great.
Well, you can, but
I'll,
you give it opportunity attacks.
I'll take care of
I've
that.
got some good knives.
Just give me a minute.
Now it's up to Ugna.
Well, that thing just attacked my friend and also turned from a bird into a demon.
Into a little demon thing.
I sure know what to do with demons. So I'm going to hit that with my hammer.
Right.
I'm assuming a 25 hits.
Does?
Yep.
Don't worry about your damage, because you cannot hurt it with this weapon, so it takes no damage, but do you want to do any kind of an effect?
I was going... I don't have the stunning attack that I thought I did. Can I do the pushing attack to kind of push it down to the ground, and then my follow-up attack will be to try to grab it and grapple it?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Excellent.
So I'm going to spend the point on that.
The maneuver point to push it where you want it, and now
Yep.
it is no longer airborne. You don't do further damage to it, so don't worry about it.
No, I'm just
But
pushing it into
you
the
now
ground.
can spend your second attack doing a grapple.
Excellent.
Was that a one-handed or two-handed attack?
With the hammer?
Do you have your shield going, or do you have your two-handed thing going? What are you doing?
I've got just the one-handed probably, because I'm going for the grapple.
Because that means you've got two weapons fighting. You can just use you don't have to use your other attack. You can.
Oh yeah. No, that's what I was saying.
You just
I'm
go for the
hitting it
grab.
and then grabbing it, and then I've still got one
Okay.
attack after that. So 16 plus 8.
Will hit.
Awesome. So I have it grappled now.
Hang on, I need to do the resistant
Right.
to this. I forgot. It's not armor class. It is based on its Dex Acrobatics check to avoid this situation.
Yep.
What's your total? I've got 17.
I had 24.
Okay, yep, you got him.
Cool. So he's grappled.
You have another attack. What do you want to do?
I'm just gonna punch him. It does not occur to Ugna to do much else.
Well, just in interest of time, you successfully punch it, but it doesn't do any damage.
I'm just holding him on the ground and like.
You just hold it and beat on it, and it's
Yep.
just snarling and twisting in your hand, and it's very, very upset about all this.
Yep.
Next up is Copernicus.
What do I think my if I gave my ritual dagger, which is +1 to hit and damage, and I assume it's a magical +1.
Yep.
If I gave that to Ugna, do I think that like my patron would be pissed off, or there'd be any ill effects, defensiveness, things like that?
I mean, you've recently had your stuff taken away from you by other creatures, and you might be a little hesitant.
Yeah. I'm also holding it. Like,
to do so.
I've got it here.
Yeah, Ugna also doesn't have a free hand. Ugna's holding a massive hammer in one hand and the imp in the other hand.
Okay.
I'm trying to apply one to the other.
Yep.
Alrighty. Then I think that what I'll do...
Because you're probably not very good at stabbing, but like you probably get an advantage if I'm holding it.
I mean, he had lots of ways to do magical damage.
That's true.
I'm assuming the idea was he wanted to give someone else a weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if that's the case, I've been doing a lot of combats where I've been trying to like hold things in place, but if I just need to like witch bolt the bejeebas out of this thing, then let's do it. So I'm gonna witch bolt.
You're going up.
Out of this thing.
All right. Well, okay. I thought you might go for the lower spell, but yeah, witch bolt. Go for it. All right, you got to make your hit roll.
Well, let me just pull it up so I remember how it works.
It's your magical attack bonus. So at the top of your spell sheet, you have a spell attack bonus, which is +7. So you're gonna roll and add 7.
I think I'm gonna use my last inspiration.
All right.
We really need this to
Zorch the hell out of this thing.
Yeah, I assume that a 13 wouldn't hit.
No.
A not wasted 20, I hope.
Oh my God. Okay, so I was gonna say this one really matters because if you miss, I'm probably going to have it hit Ugna.
I can take it.
Okay, so the base damage of this thing is 4d12.
Jesus.
But because you rolled a crit, it's 8d12.
Hey!
I maybe couldn't have
So
taken that.
the imp evaporates.
Hey!
Oh!
I whip out the stone.
Okay,
Like-
yeah.
It like turned like, so this thing had like, I think I gave it like 15 hit points. It's just that it hadn't taken any damage yet because it was all none of it was magic. So you just I mean, I guess you could roll 8 1s, but let's just say you didn't.
Law of averages says.
So basically, Copernicus, kind of like having been doing the ritual with the book, had to like drop the book to the side and like stop doing the ritual and stayed hidden in the bushes. Pops out now, goes ha ha, and like Emperor style force lightnings this imp in your hand, like just explodes it in like a cloud of ozone. Just like you just got lightning struck the thing you were holding.
Is there a soul left to capture?
And you're like, "Quit."
And I want to Pokemon throw it at where the imp
good.
is. Just because, like, this is my only
You're supposed to hold it and like brandish it, so it needs your
Like it's gonna
power.
like suck it in.
Yeah, it's your will that does this.
I mean, that's
And
how you
it's
capture a
also
Pokemon, though. You
saving
hold the
throw.
open Pokeball, and it is attracted.
Oh, okay.
It's a saving throw against your DC. So what is your spell DC?
You throw it. It's
My
fine.
spell DC is 15.
What's its wisdom bonus or magic bonus? Oh, I rolled a total of 14.
Ooh.
Hey! We soul caged it.
It does not escape your
The
spell.
crystal like shakes a couple of times.
Yeah. Raven,
Actually,
it
what-
was caught.
You're like, oh, I'm waiting for this crazy magic effect, and there's like a green light from where the destroyed imp was that kind of like vaguely, like almost mist, kind of moves in the direction of the crystal, and then the crystal goes, ding, and that's it.
Ugna
if
goes,
you look
"Wow, I didn't know that
closely-
that crystal shot lightning. That's
Yes.
cool."
It is cool, and what happened? It's both those things.
The lightning very clearly came from Copernicus's outstretched, like, emperor-style claw.
Good.
I am
If
saying
Ugna
that
wants to
Ugna did
gaslight
not.
herself, Ernie's not gonna.
Ugna was worried about
Oh, yeah.
the struggling imp. All she saw was like a great light coming towards her, and then
Oh no,
Perny with a crystal, and she's like, "That's clearly what
I
made sense."
got it that was Ugna. That was for
Yeah.
everybody else.
Yeah.
Because everybody
Yeah.
else knows it.
Well, I think it worked.
Oh.
And so with that, you hear some hue and cry from down in the camp, from
Alright,
like this
We should probably
blast
run away
of witch
now.
energy in the woods nearby.
That's our cue.
Let's run away.
Pass without trace.
I
Yeah.
like
Yes,
pick
please.
up
Do
you still
Perny
have a
and
slot you
Glorpa,
can-
and we just kind of run.
Glorpa's flying.
Yes, I have,
Oh, that's
Glorpa's still
true.
a bird.
Glorpa's a bird.
I have passed without trace twice today, so I should have one more in me.
Oh,
This
good
is
deal.
your second one because you only did it once before. Remember, you had a long rest at the start of this session.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that's right. Okay,
Yep.
yeah.
So this is only your second.
Mhm.
So I think
Turn
back,
Okay.
back into
candidate
Glorpa.
queue.
So
So you quickly are able to hide. You see, you hide yourselves like nearby. You don't want to like go moving along and potentially like draw attention to yourselves. You find a good hiding place and like pass without trace. And there's like a search that goes along. You overhear, bandits coming and going. I saw a light in the hills. It's gone now. I don't know. And heading back in. Let's go tell Shaylin. I didn't see anything. Couldn't find anything.
Do
And so it all dies down eventually.
the voice that screamed? What was it? Like what did the voice sound like? Do we have any sense of like whose voice it might have been?
Oh, just a
Gruff,
demonic
high.
scream. It's
Oh.
a sound you know well. You're like, that brings back memories.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Screaming imps. And I without a roll, like you made a roll about this a long time ago, but like this is clearly, like you knew this was a Warlocks familiar, and now you're like 100% convinced it's an imp. It's absolutely, this is a Warlock Pact of the Chain advanced minion creature.
It just takes raven form sometimes.
All imps can take the form of a raven.
oh,
It is one of they have general shape-shifting abilities into, what is it, a rat, a raven, or a spider.
choices.
Interesting.
Yeah, what do you want to do next? You're still here by the camp, and you know that Shaylin is still down in there. You've got the imp.
Oh yeah, I don't. Do I know Arcana wise if like this soul cage could be like we could like hostage whoever's familiar this is? this way?
Actually, go ahead and make me an Arcana roll. Actually, this is an interesting twist.
Yeah, what
This is
happens
very
when
relevant.
a Warlock's familiar is banished, captured?
Yeah, let's do this.
21.
Excellent. Okay, so as you understand, so normally if you kill a Warlock's familiar, it comes back later. They just make another one, right? Like with the familiar spell that Cromlin has, the monkey familiar he has. If that monkey were to be killed, it would disappear. It's not really there. It's a spirit, and then he would like he'd get another one out of his cloak later. Right? It would cost him a spell slot or a ritual. The same goes for like a Pact of the Chain familiar. It's an advanced familiar, but it's still like a spirit that just poofs when it is killed. The soul cage, though, is taken the essence of that creature and kept it. So the warlock who made this familiar will not be able to make their familiar again while this has happened, unless they want to abandon that familiar and start all over again with a new one, right?
You have inconvenienced her.
Like that actual demonic imp. Now, an interesting corollary to that is that you realize that the camp just all went quiet again. If this familiar was Shaylin Tark's familiar, Shaylin Tark would 100% be aware of what just happened.
Yep.
And in fact, would
right.
probably have been seeing this when it happened.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
we
would
should
probably
go.
keep her people like hunting much longer.
But that didn't happen.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's not Shaylin.
With your over 20 Arcana roll, you don't think this was Shaylin Tark's familiar.
Okay.
It was like somebody sent to check in on her.
Yeah.
You think this is potentially the Warlock involved? In other words, may not be Shaylin Tark.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
We've inconvenienced someone.
Well, I will say that I don't think that... I think this familiar belongs to someone other than Shaylin. Otherwise, we would be seeing these hillsides swarming with searches. But I still don't know whose. Do I know that, like, if that Warlock decides to abandon this spirit altogether, will we still be able to trace it back using Dangalf's wisdom that he was going to do to it?
Sure, that would require some pretty serious investigation. But the gist that you got here is that Dangalf believes so.
Okay.
Okay. So, like, I'm not too worried about, like, we need to get this to him before it gets banished.
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. Well, I mean, as long as this is, like, fine on ice or whatever, we're not in a rush. I kind of want to just observe the camp for a bit.
Yep.
Gather some data. And I'm also going to wait for Dangalf's check-in, so I can let him know, like, hey, we got the Boyd.
Can I ask a follow-up question about familiars?
Yep.
I'm sure Glorpa knows this, but I don't. Do they always belong to Warlocks? Like, are we certain that bird belonged to a Warlock? Or was a familiar too, rather?
Lots of different spellcasters can get a familiar. It's a wizard spell, but it's a first level spell. So like lots of people can get access to it. Tromlin, for example, has it as an arcane trickster thief. And lots of...
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, it's a find familiar spell.
But imps in particular.
But this is, from Copernicus's investigations here, this is a particular thing called... One of the major types of warlocks are warlocks of the Pact of the Chain, which is a warlock who has a demonic familiar, as opposed to, say, Pact of the Tome, which is a warlock who has a big magic book. Not that Copernicus would know anything about that.
Not to think.
Definitely does not have a big magic book.
Yeah. And I believe Copernicus has already shared that he believed this was like a Pact of the Chain warlock.
Okay. Gotcha. Thanks.
So, but does the camp otherwise, like, it stays pretty quiet? Are they
things quiet down quite a bit, and then they stay quiet. No one seems to particularly miss the Raven. Honestly, though, to find out more about what's going on, you would need to, like, get in there.
Right.
Like, to scout, like, listen in on conversations or whatever. Like, from out here, all you know is they've basically seemed to have quieted down.
Could you send the swarm in, vetted?
I
could definitely send in some sort of critter to look around and listen.
We could...
Although my concern is that they might have a whole bunch of detect magic going, so it would potentially get caught.
Glorpa got in and out safely.
Yeah.
I wonder, and if Glorpa's still in Raven form, like, I'll strategize out of character just because it'll be a little bit faster, but, like, if you're a bird, and fetid, you can take over an animal and go in that way, and then I can cast fly and invisibility on me and Ugna, then we can, like, totally, the whole party can go into the camp.
Whoa. And just hover over it.
Yeah, and then we'll just make sure that we, like, hide Fetid's sleeping self somewhere really safe, like under a rock where he's nice and cozy so that he doesn't get ambushed by nothing.
I mean, I'm also very stealthy, so I'd be willing to just sneak in on my own.
Yeah. Or you can cast invisibility on, like, 3 people, right?
I thought it was 2.
Okay.
I think it's just 2. Right. One other person. I would say that for a quick thing, I would say the bird form thing works well. But I would also say, actually, what are we talking about? I don't see why Fetid couldn't, like, hide in Ugna's, like, backpack or something and just go with you.
I would fit there.
Yep.
If you're flying and invisible, you can have him in a pocket.
Yeah.
The general rule is that you can't use invisibility and then, like, carry someone and make them invisible too. But if they're inside your belongings that turn invisible with you, I think that's probably acceptable.
I like that there's just one like reptilian floating eye that's peeking through like one of the grommets or whatever in the backpack material.
We'll
Just
also
flying.
point out that Glorpa's spell or potion is still going.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to have red glowing eyes,
you could just go and take that raven's spot.
You really think any of these people can tell the difference between one raven and another raven?
Not at
Not
all.
apparently.
Let's do this.
Let's
do
it's
it.
real weird
Infiltrate
now.
the camp.
And I can't tell the difference between ravens without getting a good look at them in the daylight.
There you go. Perfect.
Let's do it. This
Oh,
is exactly
yeah.
the kind of shenanigans that we want
Take
Randy
familiar-
to come back to have to deal with.
Yep.
We're all inside the camp. With thin
Or you could
disguise.
literally fly back to the perch that raven was sitting on and just go back to preening
nothing
like he
was
was
going
doing. Like, you're, I just went to check some shit out, now I'm back.
Doing some raven shit. What?
Raven suddenly like putting her like claws into her mouth now instead of what she was doing before.
Yeah. At some point,
not preening nicely.
So at some point, we don't know why Shaylin sent. Like maybe Shaylin just heard the scream, and that's why Shaylin sent someone out to investigate. Maybe
they saw
whoever
light.
the Warlock is sent Shaylin a message.
You heard the people when you were like hiding and listening to the search parties. They were talking about the light, having seen the light of the witch bolt spell.
Okay. So they don't know that the
people
Raven's
saw. Yeah, people saw
Oh,
a light
okay.
in the hills. Maybe you heard one person say something. I thought I heard like some kind of noise too, because you did hear a shriek from the imp when it got attacked.
Well, Glorpa, do you want us with you in the camp doing investigations too, or do you want to go on your own and do like a little?
I mean, you
Fine.
can. Like, I love this
Definitely
no
can.
splitting the party thing.
Yeah,
If you guys want to
that's
be
always
invisible,
nice.
like.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do that then.
Yeah, come with
So
me.
that is the only problem with that is you'll have to take. I mean, never mind. I was gonna say it's a problem because you got to rest first, but you get short rest spells because you only have 2 spell slots and you've already cast Witch Bolt.
Yeah.
So to do both invisibility and fly is gonna require
We probably
a rest.
took like a 15-minute break just to let the search settle down.
That's
Yeah.
true.
We've been
Actually,
like just
you
sitting
did.
here.
You definitely had long enough for a short rest, so you've got your spell slots back. So you're gonna blow both spell slots, fly and invisibility.
Yeah.
Now, actually, wait a second. Can you have both of those going at once?
Ooh,
Are they
the
both-
concentration?
Are they both concentration spells? I think they might be. I'm just pulling it up. Damn it. Turns out you can't just Google fly 5e and get the spell. Yeah, fly is concentration.
On the other hand, there is every possibility that I could just
Concentration
like
for invisibility too.
huck you over the wall and then I could like backflip over it. Invisibly.
All right. So then I think I'll have to do just invisibility and we go on foot, probably. Or alternatively, no. I was gonna see if I could tempt you with a black token, but I don't think that's worth it for this. I think Perny can walk and will avoid.
I'll just throw you over the wall and then climb or leap.
That works for me.
I will say
Can you cast leap on me, anybody? Or jump?
like a jump spell.
Because I could hold Perny and jump.
Well, wait a second. Yeah, you can. It's only one
My
person.
athletics
supposed
is
to-
crazy.
I will say, if you want to potentially put a hero point on this, I would say probably. I guess Ugna or Fetid, you're both involved. This is a good enough story thing that I will take that to hand wave all of the rolls and like
Cool. We
instead of
just
like
get
oh
into the
you gotta
camp.
wait until there's a gap in the to get through the door or climb the wall like Perny did before or whatever.
I will spend
Just
a hero
spend a
point on
hero
that.
point, and I am happy to say that through whatever means you manage to get invisibly into a good vantage point in the camp where you're kind of out of the path of anyone bumping into you, and you're hiding invisibly near Glorpa
Ugna
and
just
listening.
like Kronk
spying.
sneaks, except she's not actually humming the entire time. She's just like doing the like invisibly
You're
through
your
the
own
camp.
Totally-
Danny Elfman soundtrack.
Yep.
You have to be actually doing the like the Mission Impossible theme under your breath the entire time, but
Yep.
just people who hear it are like, they thought I heard it. Oh well, and just carry about their
Yep.
business because you spend a hero point. Yeah, absolutely. Hero Point is going to include soundtrack.
For sure.
Like, for sure.
Yeah. And I've got Perny on like a backpack.
Yeah, you run up to the wall outside and like do like a cartoonish like do, and then like jump and do like a triple somersault flip over the wall and land, and then like flatten yourself impossibly up against a tent as two people go by, and then like someone's about to bump into you, so you squat down next to some crates and like take the shape of a crate. Like again, just cartoonishly you become square.
Yep.
And just a whole sequence from the Emperor's New Groove as you make your way into the heart of this camp.
Cartoon logic.
Yeah, love it.
And at the end, it comes to the da-da part of the song, just as you get to where pan up and there's Glorpa preening her butt on the top of the pole. And that's a great place to leave it, I think.
In the camp.
Right? This is our usual end time. Yeah, it is.
7
We
o'clock.
didn't screw anything up the whole session.
That was actually pretty good.
Remarkable.
Yeah, I don't know if Randy's going to be more disappointed with that, or like, I'm not sure.
That's it. Now, if he wants to join us, he has to get into the heart of bandit territory without any of us helping him.
True.
Maybe the fairies will kick him out here.
I was really hoping to get you to a point where you had basically were in confrontation with Shaylin Tarkir, but you're pretty close.
Cool.
I also really like your plan, potential plan about knowing Shaylin's ex-girlfriend and having the option of polymorphing. I'm really hoping that that's going to be a thing.
Yeah.
I really want to see Glorpa attempt to seduce.
Oh my god.
God, this is gonna be so boring.
I mean, you have a love potion. Just get it into a tea or something.
Great.
It's also Glorpa has to pretend to be not just a particular person, but also like pass as a person who has lived in human society for more than 20 minutes.
Yep.
So
yeah, this will go
well. Don't know if it
well.
would be better. Glorpa can cast polymorph on someone else.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
So
no.
It would be the obvious choice would be Tromlin.
Yeah, it really would.
That'd be great.
We're discussing this now because this could very much be a thing that is discussed before Randy is
Tromlin,
here.
we need to turn you into a barmaid.
It's like,
your name is Rosie.
Tromlin.
You had a thing. You went south and go.
Yeah. And go. Poof.
And see.
And he's like, now he's buxom barmaid, and there he is. Do it. We have faith in you.
Tromlin gets some, but not as himself.
We'll be watching invisibly from the corners and go.
So I feel like this is going to be interesting. So yeah, I'm not too screwed here for introducing Dave next time. So I can announce to the chat that we will have a new guest next game. Unfortunately, Jeff will not be with us next game, but for good reason, for good like personal fun times reasons. And we will have a guest in his place in the form of one. I was going to make up a longer name for Dave Malky.
David Malcaroni.
David Hugh Malkikins. Whatever
I like
that.
the idea that Fetid just falls asleep in the backpack, like it's warm. In
Yeah,
a
too
small
comfy.
space.
Cozy.
My reptilian
I was
brain
already
kicks
planning.
in.
Yeah, I'm sitting here with my write out, going, "Oh, excellent."
There you go.
Yes, excellent. I love this.
I turned too fast and accidentally bean you against a post, and you're just like unconscious in the backpack.
Just out. Yep.
And then, like, for like the rest of the game, you'll have to talk to him. You'll have like the occasion to be like, "Fetid, did you get all that? Awesome."
No, still concussed.
At least it's not Egyptian Dilbert.
Yep.
Excellent. That's who he'll dream of, though.
Oh god.
No, I broke that curse.
Okay.
Recurring dreams.
So I can reveal some things. I'm just thinking about votes that I can reveal.
I need to get our list ready so we can do a roll.
Yeah. What the heck were the votes even tonight? I am like not with it today. So one of the votes was what was Tromlin up to? I'm not going to reveal that one. because that will 100% come out next game. The last vote, the one we just did, I definitely don't want to reveal even what the vote was about, because it's related to things. It's related to things that have already happened in game. The audience knows.
But
what was the first one? Shadow DM, help. Come on, brain. Oh, better yet, I've got it in my chat with him.
We literally can't help you with this one.
Oh, why is he?
Oh, no, just because we haven't seen them. We literally.
Yeah,
can't
I know
help
you guys
with
can't. Oh crap! I just remembered that was the thing I was going to try and have come out. That didn't come out yet, so it'll have to be the beginning of next game also. So I guess I can't reveal any of the votes yet. But early next game, 2 of the votes will be revealed. Like right at the beginning of next game.
Spaghetti.
So. Excellent. So, oh, and I just got my Shadow DM response.
Cool.
So, I think we can move on to announcements. One thing I want to let everybody know in the chat is I think we're going to try opening up the Discord. Since there's not a ton of subscribers that are on Discord, only about half of our subscribers are actually on the Discord. We're going to open it up to have a Discord that's available for anyone, any fan who wants to get in, and then there will be specific areas of the Discord that are only for subscribers.
But that way we get more people talking and posting dumb memes and all that good stuff.
So anybody in the stream chat right now that would like to get involved with the Discord, I believe if we just say the name of the Discord, we can get people request invitation.
Not sure. Can I make a link for the server?
I think there's a link that you have to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna. So if you want to create that link right away here,
I'm gonna see if I can do that.
It's. I think you just go into Discord into that server because you're the owner, right? Yeah.
Yep. Oh, here we go. Here's the Discord link.
Cool.
I'm gonna post that in the chat, everybody.
So Discord link is going to be posted in the chat. Anybody who wants to join the Discord, you will be able to do so by following that link and requesting to join.
Come on
and
in.
Everyone is welcome.
Everyone
is welcome. We'll probably post that on Twitter as well for after the stream here for people who aren't currently watching.
And I've been slowly going back through all of Lars' amazing illustrations from all the previous weeks
and posting them.
Throwing them all in a folder. So I'm probably going to at some point go through and just make sure that everything he's ever drawn is posted in some channel or other.
Yeah, well, there's a fan art thread in the Discord.
Oh, okay. So maybe it's
Lar was posting his stuff there for a bit, but
I was also
not all of
posting
it's
it
in there.
Because he was sending me the high-res files.
Yeah, keep that going.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's lots of fun stuff in the Discord. There's a no players allowed room in the Discord where
nice.
None of you guys can go, but the audience can, so we can discuss potential future plans.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Alina, does that counter save our bit count?
It doesn't, but I can manually save it.
Cool.
Let me
That's what I was wondering.
We need to make sure what we're at right now, because then we won't lose it.
To put that number down. Yeah.
And I can bring it back up.
We also have a little bit of carryover from the previous time, which I have noted down, so we'll add that as well.
Yeah.
So our bit count will pick up next time, and we will continue towards. We are nearing the culmination of this particular venture, which means that more hero points will be coming soon. Which is one of the reasons I've been encouraging you guys to spend them, so you can get them back. Any other announcements that need announcing? Anybody want to do shout-outs, or should we do our roll first for the giveaway?
Why don't we do the roll first, and then we'll all think of shout-outs if we have them.
That reminds me, did we ever get contacted by the person who won last time?
No, but I have a way to push their sketch card to them.
Okay, cool. That's all that matters.
I can only do it for one subscriber at a time, weirdly, but I know who they are, so.
That's all that matters.
Yep.
Okay, so we're about to roll.
Roll a d12, Lane.
I'm going to roll my d12. That's a d20. This is a d12. Number 4.
That is Kaitu.
Has Kaitu already got one? Or am I misremembering?
Nope, not
I thought it
Kaitu.
was...
I
All
got
right.
them all marked.
Excellent. Kaitu, you are going to get the next sketch card from our artists.
Congratulations.
Huzzah!
And Kaitu's actually here, so that's kind of cool.
Ah, yay.
I'm going to save this. And if you're in the Discord, we'll just send it to you there, because that is the easiest.
Yeah. Yay, Kaitu. All right, and let's wrap up then with our shout-outs. I will, as always, shout out with a big thanks to my Shadow DM, Dan.
Dan.
As always, thank you very much, Dan.
Shadow Dan.
Dan the Paradox. The Shadow Dan. And anybody else have any projects coming up they want to shout out here on stream?
I have a new book coming out in 2 weeks. It is called The House of Untold Stories. It is 50 short stories that are all like this length, so they fit on a pair of pages.
Oh.
And you actually read through the book like you're traveling through this house that contains stories, and they're all weird and set in different pocket universes. And then at the end, you've wandered through this strange collection of worlds in a weird fictitious house, and it's coming out from Andrews McMeel Universal in 2 weeks. The House of Untold Stories.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yay.
It's a good book.
Very cool. I'll do my usual shout out. If you like this stream and want to see more of me playing a weird character, come and watch Something Wicked on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. PST. It is at twitch.tv/something5e. It is a comedy horror game where I play Mikey, the Artificer, Dragonborn, Lich, because there's a weird curse going on. It's a lot of fun. Question mark. We don't know how that works yet. It's fun. It's wacky. We also have another project where my friend Maggie and I draw D&D characters where Maggie will randomly generate them and I will draw the resulting weirdos. We call it Let Me Tell You About My Character. And last Wednesday I did a special one-shot instead of Something Wicked where we played the weird characters that we'd created on Let Me Tell You About My Character, and it was ridiculous. It was called Murder at the Goth Club, and it was just packed full of goth references. It was a lot of fun. We didn't quite finish it up, so this next Wednesday we're going to do sort of part 2 of it and finish up with a combat. So if you want to check that out, it's a good place to jump in. This coming Wednesday. That's it.
You also have a Kickstarter starting soon, don't you? Or is that not for a while yet?
23rd? Follow me on Twitter at Alina Pete and find out about the cool all-indigenous artists anthology that we're putting together through Iron Circus Comics called Cautionary Fables and Fairy Tales North America. I did the cover for it. I'm co-editing it along with a couple other awesome folks, and it's very cool. There should be a giant media blitz about it soon.
Sweet.
Anybody else have any announcements they want to make? As always, don't forget to check out the social... I'm pointing the wrong way again. The social medias. I know that Danielle is posting comics on Instagram on a regular basis. I know because I follow.
Thanks.
So I get to see them. And of course, Jeff is on the interwebs at questionablecontent.net, as well as many, many other hilarious NPCs in my game names that just happen to also be URLs. So, join us again in 2 weeks for more ridiculous, steaming, hot trash heroes.
Sometimes there's glowing cloacas.
Sometimes that's just the thing that happens. I like that wave is the glowing cloaca wave.
We're gonna do that from now on.
The hole in the middle a little bit better.
With that disgusting thought, goodbye.
Yeah. Goodbye.